Hello, kings and queens. Valentine's Day is right around the corner, and I have the perfect recipe for you, lovebirds. Today, I'm going to show you how to make this delicious Valentine's Day dinner. So, come with me to the kitchen and let's get started. But before we do that, go on and just hit that subscribe button and also hit the notification bell so that each time we upload a new video, you will be the first to know about it. The ingredients we'll be using for this recipe today is my bacon wrapped filet mignon, some rosemary, fresh thyme, garlic, butter, my all-purpose seasoning, some salt and pepper, mushrooms, asparagus, and my scalloped potatoes. So guys, this is my filet mignon wrapped with my bacon. And since we want the restaurant style type filet mignon, I'm first going to use my olive oil all around the filet mignon, and it's going to serve as a binder before we add our salt and pepper. So whatever you do to one side, you do to the other side, okay? You make sure of that. And you're going to see how this olive oil is going to serve as a binder for the salt and pepper. Now we're going to go in with our salt and generously, okay? This is sea salt. Don't worry about it. It's not going to get salty. And then we'll toss it around and we'll do the same. Whatever you do to one side, you do to the other side. Now it's time to add our black pepper. Season it generously. Some black pepper. And like I said, we do the same thing to the opposite side. And as you can see, it's getting stuck to it because the olive oil serves as a binder, okay? Time to sprinkle some of this black pepper on this side. In the meantime, my oven has been preheated at 375 and my cast iron skillet is on the stove. We want it to get heated so that once we cook it, it's going to cook properly. So you want that cast iron to get preheated before you add this in there. Alright guys, so this is how you want your cast iron skillet to smoke. Once you find the smoke is ready to put your filet mignon in there. So I'm just gonna sit them in here. And I'm not adding any olive oil because remember we added olive oil on both sides. We're just gonna let them cook. Alright guys, it's been about 2 minutes, so the way you know it's fully done is when you're about to flip it, there'll be no resistance, it can easily flip. So as you can see, that is done, and we're going to flip all of them and allow it to brown nicely on the other side. So look perfectly brown. Now we're going to add about a tablespoon and a half of our olive oil. We're also going to add about a tablespoon and a half of butter. Then for extra flavor, we're going to add our garlic in here, some thyme and rosemary to infuse that into our meat. those flavors to be infused into it. So this is my thyme, and I'm going to also add my rosemary, and we are going to baste it up with the, and let's add a little bit of butter in there. Since this is about 5 different meats in here, let's add extra butter, and we're going to baste it with that infused olive oil and butter. Okay? Tilt this aside, and you just baste it. Baste it with that oil. Look at these bad boys looking good already. Make sure you baste it. And we're just gonna leave it. And make sure all sides are evenly browned, okay? And you see how it's brown on all sides. Even with the bacon, you want it to brown on all 4 sides or all around it before we move it to the oven. Guys, now I'm going to strain a little bit of the butter here because I use that for my mushrooms. And we're going to stick this in the oven at 400 degrees for about 6 minutes. We'll stick this in here and we'll keep it there for about 6 minutes, and we're going to work on our mushrooms and our asparagus. Whilst your filet mignon is in the oven, you start preparing your mushroom. You add it to the drippings from the pan and oil that you had. You put your mushrooms in it once it gets hot. And then you add a slice of butter on there. Season it with some salt. And I'm using my pink Himalayan salt and some pepper. And I'm also going to add some of my Elizar's all-purpose seasoning to the mushroom. And you saute it. I'm going to saute this until it's done perfectly, maybe for about 3 minutes or so. It's going to brown nicely. You saute until it's soft. Alright. Let it go for a few minutes. Before you know it, it'll be time to take your filet mignon out of that oven, okay? Now that our mushrooms are nice and soft, you're going to add, if you have balsamic vinegar, you can add it, but I'm going to add some red wine vinegar to my mushrooms. And perfect timing. Our timer just went off for our filet mignon. And this looks perfect. It's soft. It's ready. Yummy in my tummy. Cannot wait. This vinegar gives it a nice depth of flavor as well, guys. Ready, guys, it's time to take this filet mignon out. Look how beautiful these bad boys look. So guys, this is an easy sauteed asparagus recipe that I make for my family. I'm going to allow the skillet I have on here to get heated, and we're going to add about 3 tablespoons of butter in the skillet. Wait for our butter to melt. So we're using quite an amount of asparagus. I'm using 2 bunches of asparagus. Let this butter melt in here nicely and beautifully. Then I'm going to add some garlic. You can add 3 cloves of garlic, but I do not have, I'm not using the fresh garlic. I'm using this squeezed organic garlic. I'm going to squeeze that in here. And that should be about 3 tablespoons. About 3 cloves of garlic, guys. So we'll let this fry in here. Then we add our bunches of asparagus in there. And like I said, I'm using 2 bunches because we're a family of 6. Use your spoon to flip it all around so that all the butter and the garlic is evenly distributed on the asparagus. I love asparagus, and this is going to cook for a while. If you have it soft, you can cover it for about 2 minutes. If you don't, then just use your spoon to stir it occasionally. Once it's soft and tender, you will know. The asparagus is also going to turn bright green. Once it's thoroughly cooked. Now that it's soft and tender, we're going to add a tad bit of salt in here on our asparagus. I'm using sea salt. You can use any salt of your choice. And we are going to squeeze some lemon on here. Use half of a lemon. Just my lemon. To give it that zesty flavor. And we continue to flip it around. potatoes, guys. So here's our filet mignon.